Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready? 180. Mike, 44. Rip right.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. First and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Newton. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, 50's a must.
On second and 7, Newton. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a first and 10 at the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. Man open, that's Juwan Winfrey. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 6 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on the first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers. Open man is Winfrey. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down.
On first down, it's Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go, deep, tighten up.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. Gay's kick is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
10-0 to score after one on EA Sports. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
At the 19-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
50. Hey, you block over here. Mark, 59, Mark. Check, 59. Rabbit.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on an expected passing situation.
He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Mike, ready? Right to the 3. Check. Great. I don't think you got it, son. What is it?
After the run, Newton going to throw. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second down now, it's Jones trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Right there, 54, right there.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Newton. Got his target, Samuel. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're still looking at 0 on the scoreboard, and they're going to be hard-pressed to do anything with this field position as they'll start at their 1-yard line.
This almost feels like you're trying to climb Mount Everest because they can put together a decent drive, get a couple of first downs, maybe a third one, and still not even get to midfield. That's a daunting task for this offense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Newton now to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
That's it. Ready?
I'm trying to collect.
Ready?
Newton on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Newton flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. this hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 31, Rodgers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Taking a shot for Samuel, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 25 on second down, Rodgers throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Rodgers now to throw on third down. And Adams has it complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
And a Packer first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
We won it. Come to my work. To the 50. 54.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. They got his man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
26.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning this first.
Kill. Hey, alert 3.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for Carolina. 77 yards.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. He can run, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Throwing on second down. Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
And a Packer first down.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Watch the safety creep. Showing it.
Jones. Clinton-Dix, of course, a former Green Bay Packer, there on the stop.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the... Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
On first down, Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now Rodgers to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Coming to you, coming to you.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 37-yard line.
44 is Mike, 44 is Mike. Check, check.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing is Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The Panthers going for it on fourth. Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on fourth. They snap it to Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Zadarius Smith. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run on first down. Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a second and long. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And Gay knocks this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this... And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And that one... oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix, of course, a former Green Bay Packer, there on the stop.
Second and 8 at the 42-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Check. Check.
Again, it's Jones. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. This is Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And as they take that knee, you can hear a pin drop in this stadium right now, partner.
I'd say you could hear a pin drop except for one thing. You're hearing a lot of people on cell phones right now calling and saying, cancel my reservation, because this crowd thought they were going to the Super Bowl. They had trips planned, hotels, reservations, the whole deal. That's all wiped out now.
Really a great season.